Hey everyone, welcome to Mediumship by Picasso. My name is Picasso Roberts. Thank you so much for stopping in. I'm super appreciated if you're taking the time to watch this video. And if you like it or found something in it that meshes with you, then share it. You never know those things that we share, the sort of impact it might have on somebody else who needs to hear that same kind of message. So pass it around if you can. I'd like to take a moment and talk about this week red flags. I want to talk about red flags in mentors or teachers that we have. And I'd also like to talk about red flags in business, because I feel like what happens in our life is that, we end up getting stuck in a rut or settling for things that we really shouldn't settle for. And let me give you a couple of examples. I don't know, it might just be me, and that the older I get, the more intolerant I am. But if I call bullshit on something, there's going to be something to it. I'm not just throwing it out there to throw it out there for no reason. It's from life experience that I speak, and so I want to share that with you in hopes that you might learn or maybe pay attention to when it happens to you. You can identify it and go, you know what? I think I'm going to draw a boundary here. So the first thing I'd like to speak about is mentors and mentorship and or teachers that you choose. People who claim to have and probably do have a lot of experience in subject matter that you're interested in. I'm going to use what I do as an example because that's what I know. I've had a lot of mentors along the way, some really brilliant, some brilliant but complete assholes, some not so brilliant and, just okay with their energy. Recently, I'm a big fan of some podcasts out there. You've seen me post different things from Next Level Soul podcast and all of that. Love Alex Ferrari. He's a phenomenal podcaster, speaker, healer. He gets so much information out to us, and I'm so grateful for him. Recently, I was watching one of the podcasts, or I watch because I have it on YouTube, and so I'll typically watch. Sometimes I'll listen if I'm going for a walk or drive or whatever. But I was interested in a particular subject. And so, my budget's limited, so I can't go all in on things. I have to be careful about, I pick and choose those things that are going to be helpful to me, and I'll be able to turn around and use it and help my clients. So I was very happily, in this particular class, listening and following videos on this particular mentor. I'm not going to name names, and here's why. Because you might have a different experience with that mentor, and I don't want to mess it up for you. But and that's not what this is about. What this is about is learning to set boundaries and learning to recognize when the intention might be a little bit sideways. So I was going through the motions with these videos, having really good success, by the way. And then one of the replays that was from a couple of years before, but I replayed it, and this particular mentor was very Tony Robbins-esque in that she was talking about, now this is a spiritual teacher, and there's nothing wrong with making money. We all need to make money, and I need to make money, just like you guys need to make money. It's just, and if this is my business, then I have to, learn to create ways to make money while doing things to help and be of service to spirit and be of service to my clients. But the way that this particular mentor came across was really ick. She talked about a lot about how much money she makes and how much money she makes, and then about how much money she makes, and 7 figures and 6 figures and this and that, and selling, and how she sold, speaking to us directly. I'm selling you now. I'm selling you, and you don't even know I'm selling you. Well, I will never forget that moment. And I've been in sales, and I've led teams, and I've taught people, and I can recognize bullshit from a mile away. And if I'm just a number and I'm not your student, and you're not trying to help me, but you're trying to sell me, well, then you can piss off. Sorry. That cannot be the most important thing on the agenda, right? Yes, it's great to make money, and God bless you, have at it. But the idea of walking over and or sucking in people who are in desperate times and desperate situations, it doesn't feel good. And here's what I want to point out. I want to point out that it's so important to pay attention to the way that mentor or that teacher makes you feel. Do they give you the ick? Do they brag to you about selling to you or making money off of you or making money off your clients or making money off of your people? Do they, or are they overzealous in trying to suck you into the next engagement, to the next thing, to the next this, to the next that? Red fucking flag. Red flag. Red flag. Red flag. Take a pause and measure how much you're getting out of what it is that this mentor is bringing to you through whatever collective that they're bringing it, and how is it making you feel? Like, is it balanced? If it's balanced, then stick with it, 100%. Stick with it. If it's not balanced and it's making you feel like you're going to go into some grandiose debt, and how you're going to feel when you get to the other side of it, it's not a good feeling. I've had mentors like this. I had this was just the most recent one, and this is what I wanted to do a video on this, because it happens a lot. We're out here trying to learn and trying to grow our businesses and, just make a living and progress our souls and do the right thing. And these kind of situations to me, are not okay. And it might just be me. I say red flag and head for the hills. This last person was the most recent, but it's not the only one that I've come across that's been that way. There have been a couple of others. One in particular, one of my absolute favorite teachers ever, but in a business class of hers, she said, "You people will follow me anywhere." And that shut me down. That shut me down. And did I ever take another course of hers, another class of hers? I did, but I gave it a really long time because it wasn't worth. I waited, and boy, it broke my heart, because I really respected this particular teacher, but it broke my heart. Like, how do you see me that way? Do you see I'm showing up in your class and you think I'm just going to follow you and do whatever you say? Hell no. Hell no. And I'm too old to be putting up with your shenanigans. No. And so I would say to you, when you get into a situation where you're feeling the ick from people that you're trying to learn from, pause. Step away, walk away, step back, and make sure that you're in it for the right reason. And if it's something that you really are having a hard time, stomaching what the underlying feeling, the teaching that's coming through, great, fine. But if there's an underlying feeling that doesn't feel right to you, there's a reason for that. So I would say pause, step back, and then just check. Trust your gut on that feeling, and then maybe find a different mentor. Maybe find somebody who's teaching the same thing, but just from a different angle, or from a different frequency. Because that's really what matters. If you're coming from an intention that is just about making money, that changes everything. I do not profess to be the greatest business person ever. Technology, it's not my thing. I'm trying. I do the best that I can do. Money and banking, sometimes it comes in and stays, and sometimes it goes through my fingies. It just depends on what's happening in life. We're all learning, right? So I'm learning. It's just a thing that I'm going through. So when I do a class or a workshop or an event of some sort, one thing I have learned is to represent myself, because nobody else is going to do it for me, right? So that means that I have to put my social connections out on whatever flyer or advertisement that goes out. People need to know how to reach me if I'm the one doing the event or the teaching or the workshop or the speaking or whatever it is. That is part of being there. It costs me money. It costs me money to do a workshop. That's out of my pocket. So it costs me money to do advertising or flyers or things like that. That costs me. And so I have to be able to balance things. I have to be able to work a way to be able to afford it, right? I'd love to be able to do everything for free if I had everything for free. I spent a lot of time in my work. I've spent time and money, actually. I've hours of sitting in the power, hours of meditation, hours of readings for people, free readings for people, donated readings for people, until I felt okay to pay, to receive money for it, to have that exchange for it. That there is an exchange that needs to happen at a certain point. And I have a lot of time in. Do I have a full lifetime in? No, I got started a little bit later in life. But I'm here to work in this industry, and I was in, this is probably what sparked me most recently, the latest. I wanted to do some things in a shop, a little small, sweet little shop, beautiful owner, beautiful soul, but that particular soul had an issue with me putting my socials on a flyer. If you don't know how to reach me and I'm the one who's doing the work, then that's a problem. And so that gives me pause. And so that's the red flag that I'm talking about. If you're going to do something in somebody's shop or at somebody's business and you have something worked out, it's a split or you pay ahead or whatever it is, healers, mediums, psychics, please hear me. If you don't hear anything else in this day, in this week, in this year, you have to put value on your business. So make sure that you're covered on all ends, that your information does get out there so people do know how to reach you, so they do know how to connect with you, because you're doing the work. You're putting in the effort to make that connection with spirit. It does not just float into the ethers and happen and you're, here's this and here's that message and here, oh, it's for free. Just because somebody's got a brick and mortar, they're getting their cut and you need to be represented. And if an owner, shop owner, manager, it doesn't make any difference. if they're refusing to allow you to be represented in what you do, then walk away. Because the intentions are not for your highest good. And it's going to get under your skin. It's so frustrating. It's hard to be in business for yourself, and you put yourself out there. I think that was the thing I did on the previous video, beating your own drum basically. But just know that if people are trying to shut you down, like without even realizing they're shutting you down, and you bring it, to their attention and they still aren't moving on it, then walk away. Because the universe will take care of it. The universe will take care of you in that. So don't sell yourself short, I guess is what I'm saying. And it's been a hard lesson for me, knowing my value, knowing look, there are a shit ton load of people better than me in doing what I do. I'm okay with that. It's not a competition. I'm here to serve both sides. I'm here to serve spirit, make sure they get their message through, but I'm also here to help the client sitting in front of me with the intuitive aspect and help their awakening and the information that they need to hear so that they can move forward in the most astute way. So I hope that makes sense. I know this is a bit of a rant, and I'm sorry for that, but it really needs to get out there because I know there are a lot of us out there who are, these days we're working for ourselves, we're working remotely quite often, and if you're feeling like you're being taken advantage of, then you probably are. So it's really up to you as to whether or not you're going to put up with that kind of shit. Don't do it. I say don't do it. Or do what you want. Maybe that's what you want. It's not for me. I've had a lifetime of it, and I'm on my back 20. I don't need any more of that. So, yeah. So there's that. All right. So really, that's the only thing that I wanted to talk about. I'm speaking of beating my own drum here. I am going to talk a little bit about the events that I've got coming up. If you're in the New England area, please pay attention and share this video so people will have. I'll put the links down below on where to get in on these events. I was able to connect with the what's it called here? The CT's Connecticut Summer Psychic Fair Fest. Charles Rosnay, and I don't know if I'm saying his name correctly, but I'll put the link down. So he is part of a duo called the Shaman and the Showman, and Charles is the showman. He's been in the entertainment business and knows what he's doing with regards to events. Now, if you know me, you know I've only, for the most part, ever done Spirit Fest, so it'll be interesting to step into this event up here in Connecticut. It's called the Connecticut Summer Psychic Fair Fest. It's this weekend, so it's supposed to be really crappy weather. But it's an indoors event. So it is in connection with the Concentric Brewing Company. It is at 91 Main Street in Portland, Connecticut. I have never been there, so it's going to be exciting to be in a new space. It'll be fun. I'll get to meet other readers and healers and all of that. The events start at 11. It's 11 to 5, both on Saturday and Sunday, the 22nd and the 23rd. So please come out and see us. Support your local readers, support your local artists, support your local authors. It's a brewing company, so if you drink beer, have a beer. I mean, I've never been here, but I'm really excited to go. And then again, that address is 91 Main Street, Portland, Connecticut. And guess what? It's free. The readings are not free, but there's no admission to the event, so you can get in free. It's really cool. So that part is really, really great. Okay, that's this weekend. And then the following weekend on Sunday, I'm doing something called Breaking Bread with Spirit. So I'm going to be at the Wild Harvest Cafe. That's in East Greenwich and Rhode Island. East Greenwich, Rhode Island. So it's going to start at 3 o'clock. And there hasn't been, I don't even know if anybody's bought a ticket yet, to be honest with you. And I think because people don't really know what to expect. So if you're seeing this, share it. Let me tell you what to expect in that class. And I'm calling it a class because I'm going to teach you how to build that energetic power so that so you bring your frequency up. So connecting with your spirit team and your loved ones on the other side is a lot easier because they're at a higher frequency than you are. So they're not going to come down into that lower vibe. So you have to bring yourself up. So that means building your power. I'm going to show you how to do that. All right. And then when we get there, I'm going to take you to a guided upper room meditation. Now, this is something that I learned, and I've talked about this before. I think it's even on one of my videos here. It's fun to do it in person, so you can see kind of and feel how it all works. I'm going to guide you through that to that sacred space where you can connect with your loved ones and your spirit team on the other side. And be prepared to have your mind blown. It's crazy sometimes the things that come through. I remember the first time I sat and I did my own, going through the motions and being guided through. I sat down and, I had a wolf come in. I had a shapeshifter, shaman. Edgar Casey was there. I had a Dr. Elizabeth eventually showed up. I had one of my stepdads show up, and we did not have a great relationship, by the way, in the physical, but he's on the other side now. But the fascinating thing about it is that when he came in, his body language, he showed me his body language. He came in with hands in pockets, head down, which to me I know to be ready to receive an apology or to hear an accountability for actions taken. So I say be open when that happens because it helps you to get to forgiveness faster, and it helps them to process and receive that forgiveness and get to acceptance on how they made people feel on this side. So it's really fascinating. So that's called, and then there's lunch involved. So your ticket includes, I think it's $55, but your ticket includes the class, which starts at 3. We're going to go until we go. So typically around 90 minutes or thereabouts is maybe 2 hours. We're going to see. I'll make sure that you get spirit messages and things like that, but I want you to learn because I want to give you the tools that I learned so that you can do this on your own. That's key, right? It's not just about me doing that for you or walking you through it. I want you to know how to do it on your own. I'm giving that to you because I learned it, I'm teaching it. So, and then the next thing that is happening is the Under the Stars with Spirit. I'm doing another gallery event at Wild Harvest Cafe. And by the way, this little cafe, it's a log cabin. And the last one I did, it sold out. It was so much fun. The only hard time that I had was I need a proper mic and speaker so that people can hear everything going on. So it is on my list of to gets. So I have a big mouth, I talk loud, but I want to make sure that people are hearing the responses as well. So it is on my list of to gets so that everybody can hear everything going on. Weather permitting, this is going to be Under the Stars with Spirit. They have this beautiful cafe patio on the side of the cabin. It's really gorgeous, and it's I'm an open sky, beautiful garden. So I really am hoping weather permits for us to do this outside. If not, I'm just assuming everything's going to be inside and we'll do it like we did before. So, and by the way, if you were at that event, please put a little comment in the comment section and let us know your experience while you were there. There were some cool things that happened that night. So then I've got, that's on the September 10th, and then on the 20th of September, I have a Heal Your Body event. That is going to be all about healing the body, just like it sounds. I'm going to be teaching about releasing anxiety through aroma freedom technique, like a 30-second reset. I'm going to show you how to do it in layers, so that again, you're going to have the tools. You're going to have the know-how to walk away and know that you can take the anxiety down on your own. You don't need anybody to, to help you with that. You can do it on your own. Now, this does not replace any therapies that you have going on. If you are seeing a therapist, continue seeing your therapist. Please do not stop therapy for these things I'm teaching you. Do it in tandem so that your success is even grander. Okay? With the Heal Your Body, I'm going to talk about and teach you about the mental emotional connection to the dis-ease in the body. I'm going to talk about muscle testing, about the intolerances and how the body never lies, and how to figure out what's okay for you and what's not. And it's always changing. So just, keep that in mind. We're going to be talking about aroma freedom technique, the intuitive aspect of things, and listening a little bit closer to those nudges that your body's giving you, those telltale signs when something's happening with your body that you need to pay attention to. You're not going to want to miss this. This class is going to be super important. It's going to give you a lot of tools. And I might even have a raffle on that day. I'm not quite sure. I'll tell you what. Here's what I'll promise. If I have 10 or more students for that class, then I'll offer up I'll raffle off a free reading, a free 60-minute reading. So if you're coming to the class, bring your friends. The way that you get into these classes or these workshops or events with Wild Harvest Cafe, you're going to go to, and I'll put the link down below, you're going to go on to wildharvestcafe.com. You're going to go into ordering, and the events will show up there. You have to pick out your food that you're going to be wanting on that day so they can have it prepared for you. It works out pretty easy. So anyway, share this information with your friends, your loved ones, anybody that you think might be interested in coming, because it's helping them, it's helping the people around them, so it becomes a win-win for everybody, right? And it's helping spirit, right? They're happy to do, support for us, but we have to do the work. This shit ain't easy on our own if we don't have the tools. So I'm here to help you with some of those tools. I don't have the answers to all of them. You're going to learn new tools along the way. You're going to have new mentors along the way. You won't just have one. I say have many. Have many, because there's more than one way to do something. So have as many mentors as you can, and just trust your gut when it's time to move on. That's all. It's no big deal. And then I think pretty much that's it. There is a big, huge deal I'm going to be doing in more towards the end of September. I'm very excited about it, and I'm going to put it in the next video. Very, very excited about it. It's going to be super cool. So it will come in the next video. So that's it for now. I just want to say thanks for letting me rant for a little bit. Please, while you're here, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hit the little thumbs up. If you want notifications on the next video that pops up, you're going to want to do that, because I don't know when exactly I'm doing that announcement for that big thing at the end of September, but you're not going to want to miss it. So anyway, guys, I want to say thank you. Oh, shit. You know what? Hang on one second. Woo! Snap. It's been a long video. I'm going to quickly do a, sorry, it has been a long video. Sorry about that. I wanted to pull a card. I haven't done this from my deck. I did a deck of my own. It's called I'm No Angel, But I'm Trying. So, yeah, this is, let me just do this from my deck. This is a card for everybody listening. So give us a good one, guys. Give us a good one. Hang on. There it is. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. So, yeah, that's my little logo. I love my winged lion. So here's the message. Reflect, take a step back, but not so far back you step in it. Right? It's kind of like what I was saying earlier. Take a pause. Right? Don't act so much on emotion. If you need to make a big decision, sleep on it. And then get to the next morning and see how you feel about it. If it's still kind of bothering you, you know, well, maybe that thing's not for me. Maybe that's not the thing that's going to be most astute and for my highest good. It's really important to make sure that you have clarity on that. So yeah, reflect, take a step back, but no, not so far back you step in it, right? I love these cards. They're great. They're funny. They make me laugh. One last thing before I close out, I want to say peace and thank you to Jennifer Greek Newman and Carla for the God. I do not remember your last name. These are colleagues that I did an event with last night on what started out to be Facebook, but ended up being Zoom, and it was fun. Oh my God, it was so much fun. So if you ever see anything like that online, it was we did it for free. We did spirit connection and medical intuitive stuff and soul relationship stuff. So it was a lot of fun. Thank you, Jennifer and Carla, for allowing me to be a part of that with you. I love working with you girls. I love that connection. And I hope we get to do it again. And it's what it's about. It's about having fun, bringing joy in, right? So more of that. All right, guys. Peace. Thank you so much for being here, and don't forget to share and like. Ciao.